Take a look at this tweet. Found this interesting, too. Average yards given up per game with Anthony Walker on the field was 105. So that was before he got hurt. 105, which, okay, that's fine. Average without him, 146. 41 more yards per game. It's almost 50% increase just by and it's because their defensive tackles were undersized and you didn't have a guy that was anything like him as a thumper. The closest was Sione Takitaki, and he got hurt.
Yeah, it just goes to show you, everything, people talk about it's a movement for speed. Look, man, when somebody is guarding you and somebody got hands on you, it's hard to run away from people that's blocking you.
Yeah.
Hey, you're getting locked up right now, bro. You got big guards and tackles on your body. There's nowhere to run or hide. So when you look at it from a standpoint of your defensive line plus your linebackers, first of all, I just think in general, they lacked fundamentals, like just general fundamentals, like reading keys, right? You go back through the tape and you look at false steps, and people say, well, why were you nitpicking? False steps, if you have a false step, that puts you a step and a half behind somebody who already knows where the ball is going. That's where the offense's, advantage is. They know the play. They know the snap count. They know where they're going. You don't. So if you don't have good footwork, you taking false steps. If your technique is incorrect, you're already behind the 8 ball. Not to mention, you're already light. You're light in the britches. You're light in the pants. So any little bump, any sort of push, any sort of tug, everything's exaggerated now because you got guys like you see JOK. JOK is, man, he's a safety. He's safety size. So you're asking him to come up, set an edge, and consistently make tackles in a hole. That's not his game. To me, they should be thinking about they need it. And this is the problem I do have with the Browns. Other teams do this. If you're going to draft a guy like that, and you're going to draft a guy who is like JOK, you're going to draft a guy like Schwartz, who are both guys that have tremendous athletic ability. However, they don't have the experience or the technique or the requisite experience to play it. Other teams, you know what they do? They create special positions for him. So they know what he does right and what he does wrong, or what he does good and what he does bad. So they know coming into the season, hey, we need JOK at this position. This is what that position is. Nobody else plays that position because he does that. And we can plug him in and make him playable. But as you can see, if you're asking guys who are fringe type players or have a special skill set to get off blocks or to run routes crispy and catch the ball downfield, that's not what they do. You got to give them a specialized playbook. And hopefully the Browns, with a new defensive coordinator, understand that, and they can actually start taking advantage of some of these skill sets instead of putting them and plugging them into the a system where it's just not going to work because of their limitations.